Howdy chart friends, Lamont here from Chart Guys, checking in on the electric vehicle and wind sectors. Wind ticker, I don't know, like those two. Let's see here. TSLA. Okay, Tesla daily consolidation underway. We are looking for a healthy daily higher low over 406.05, and just for this continued tightening range potentially. Let's check out what this channel looks like that I don't even remember drawing. Okay, perfect. Nice little breakout of the channel and then a back test of it as resistance. Ideally, bears will see some follow through tomorrow. Then we can set up some bearish trades to go look for that daily lower high. However, this is a decent enough bounce on the hourly time frame, so the bulls can get a strong start tomorrow and they could potentially EQ here. What you don't want to see is like just kind of weak grinding here along the channel line tomorrow and then potentially a dump down. So hourly EQ into tomorrow, but it's going to look very different depending on the open, right? So for example, if we open strong, then there's a potential for just some more tightening. And then if we open weak, then you have more of a descending triangle potentially setting up, right? So open for Tesla tomorrow will be important, but even if the bears do get this confirmed hourly downtrend tomorrow, which you could say they already got it actually. So they got this downtrend here. Notice that pivot there. That confirmed downtrend, and then the bulls defended with a higher low and now potentially are setting a lower. They have now set the hourly lower high in after hours here, and so the ideal situation for bulls tomorrow will be to hold that low and then break the high of, hold the low of 442.50 and break the high of 450.66 in order to change that hourly trend and try to get back in this channel and see some more continued daily upside. However, should the bears be able to confirm this, to confirm continuation of this hourly downtrend and this just being a little EQ pause, then we will just be looking for that healthy daily higher low, and we want to do so at hourly oversold conditions, which would be right around 430 right now. Hide all this. Well, around 430. Let me have this away. Just want to dig out some potential levels for that daily higher low. So, always love using my okay. So interesting level here, a bunch of confluence down there nearby the golden, where hourly would be RSI extended. All right, we have a bunch of volume put in here, a couple of tops there. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't hate that area over there. I'm just looking for a very contentious level, right? And so I can see that there are multiple tops here, a bunch of price action in the past. It was a base of support here for a flag that saw continuation. It was acting as resistance, tried a base above here, another rejection here. Was another flag thing over here. So I think this level is an interesting place. If we can get down here in hourly oversold conditions, I would be very interested in Tesla. Something like that. A decent shot in my book. That's all you get in trading. You just for a lower high, that RR is good, and I'm not opposed to a bull break of this massive EQ here. I mean, obviously we have to see anything can happen, but it doesn't look bad by any means. Putting in a TD6 here. Wouldn't be surprised if we just saw more strength, honestly. We'll see how the open sets up tomorrow, but as of right now, if the hourly were to dump down straight from here, that's where I'd be interested. Hello. Okay, so NIO, a continuation day today, indecision knee kind of candle. So let's zoom into the hourly time frame for some details. Let's just mark off the last daily higher low before we do so. On the hourly time frame, the bulls saved it, just had this little EQ, very tiny, with this higher low, lower high, higher low, bull break. Back tested these previous tops here. I tested their previous top over here in the middle of the day, and now the bulls are making a decent amount of space for a potential higher low. Would be ideal. Ideally, the bulls will get a strong start tomorrow, make a little bit more space over 26.77 to potentially print another higher low and break to higher highs. And Looks like potentially a channel is forming here as well. I've noticed NIO is pretty keen on channeling. That's pretty clean to me. And so this is exactly what I'm talking about with starting to look potentially weak. You don't want to see it fade. Once it comes to test the bottom, you want to see it be really strong. Like PTON today. PTON's hourly candle, hourly. Nope. All right, I'll just like that must be a different chart. All right, it's just this channel right here. See, has acted pretty well for price action to contain price action structure, and this is the kind of reaction you want to see when you make a big move down to the bottom of channel. You just want to pop right back up, pop back up. You don't want to start fading. So a bit of caution here. The channel is suggesting a bit of caution, but if the bulls can show up, if they can go flat and show up right away tomorrow with some strength, then they can save this potential channel. And if they were to break below, break out of, I should say, they were to break out, you could still be looking for a higher low, but I'd be a bit cautious, and you want to see that in 5-minute oversold conditions. So let's see what that looked like from here. Okay, they'd be pretty extended. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't hate it. Not so much. But I don't. It's not a terribly high conviction trade. I don't love that it's going to potentially break out of this channel. I probably would just be looking for a lower high. I don't love this trade. I don't love it. Nope, just channel on watch. Potential how the open tomorrow, how the open is like tomorrow for NIO will be very important. End of the day, 5-minute trend in question, just sideways. 5-minute EQ, so that hourly higher low is set confidently, and then we just had an EQ of the day. NKLA. Am I doing NKLA? I am doing NKLA. Oh, I'll do it. Okay, so getting so close. Got pretty close to whatever setup that is. So that daily higher low, not confidently set over there yet. Still looking for anything over 1751 to be a daily higher low. I would not consider this a trend change. I would not consider that a trend change. That's not much of a pivot. I would just consider this one leg. So let's check out the hourly time frame. Very, very weak balance. Potential bear flag here. So ideally, bulls will have a strong start tomorrow and make some room over 22.92 for to print another hourly higher low to continue this trend. Technically, it did break, but you just want to see some follow through to have confidence that that daily higher low is set. Let's check out the 5-minute time frame going to the end of the day. Choppy mess. No bother. Don't go that deep. We'll see. Bulls need a strong start tomorrow. What was that channel looking like? Alright, so a nice play off of that double bottom highlighted. Wanted a little bit deeper. I typically prefer to be more conservative. So now I'd probably want it even deeper. Want to move this box even lower. Ideally, what we're looking for now is a 5-minute extension again. I'm sorry, hourly extension into some previous levels of support here. Right, see these multiple tops were here, so we'll take it. This is our new area. All right, so if we can get hourly oversold again into the bottom of the channel, not a bad place to look long. Otherwise, shorting the channel resistance, always a good time. Yeah. Ouch. Good thing the overnight session ruined that setup. Oh, kind of like the solar name. Alrighty then. WKHS. In by popular demand. So we're in this accumulation zone right now for WKHS. Ideally, you did your accumulating in oversold conditions, which happened in PM. So I wouldn't have loved it, even though there was a bounce play off of that level, and obviously it held really well to, I guess, it just that level. Yeah, even though it happened to hit that level really well, it's just a coincidence. I wouldn't have, I probably would not have made a play there because I would be looking for that potential hourly oversold. I wanted hourly oversold conditions, and now it's looking like maybe we can start drawing a channel here as well. Let's see. This is a valid channel. Actually, you know what? It looks almost wedge. Looks wedgy and potentially already going for that breakout here. Okay. So ideal situation for bulls tomorrow would make a little bit more space and then try to pull back healthily for a higher low over 21.51. Would not be surprised by an initial rejection over here to set up a potential inverse head and shoulders on the hourly time frame, like so. So a rejection from that resistance could potentially set that up. And we know we're at the bottom of a sideways range, which could potentially continue to hold. And maybe we just base here in between these two ranges. It's a very strong possibility. But in order for that to be the case, the bulls got to show up right away tomorrow. Change this. Okie dokie. NEE. Going to the win sector. So daily higher low not set yet. We are not confident in that daily higher low. We are now back under this previous level of resistance that acted as support for a few days, and now let's see what the hourly looks like. The hourly also looks like we can be drawing a channel here. Channels everywhere. Okay, so we have this pretty good looking channel here, I'd say. So you can see how this level acted as perfect resistance as soon as they lost it as support. Let's see. Nice back burner trade. First hourly oversold conditions led for a nice bounce. Bulls made a good enough. Bulls have made enough of a bounce to anticipate a higher low, though that's a lot of volume going into the end of the day. Let's see what kind of volume that was. Okay, that's third after hours thing. Okay. So 5-minute trend is bearish going into the end of the day. That means that this hourly lower high is set, and bulls are just looking for an hourly higher low over 295.66. I wouldn't hate another channel play if hourly could get extended again. But ideal situation will just be for bulls to print a higher low and then break to a higher high. See where 5-minute would be oversold. It will be oversold. Right near the golden zone. Not a bad place to do some fishing, maybe. Although typically it's obviously it's harder to go long in a downward channel because you're looking for lower lows sometimes, and your stop loss gets further and further away from you if you're using the slant of the channel support line, which is why I typically prefer to use horizontal levels. So let's see that over here. Those here. Whole area is kind of congestion, huh? This little previous day of chopping and the back test of that level. I wouldn't be surprised if a higher low got printed over here. So something like, I don't think that's a terrible play by any means. See, and just sell that channel resistance, right? Like that, maybe. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Just eyeballing it. You see what I'm getting at, I imagine. Duke. Duck? Duke. On the daily time frame, still looking for that healthy, potential healthy daily higher low over this low here of 80.41. Check out the hourly time frame. trade. Oh, I guess that was a good here. I don't recover. I don't think I've been covering. Either way, we'll start, I guess, now. Let's see. Yep, just looking for that healthy daily higher low. Hourly trend is bearish, very contained consolidation. Also, definitely a channel we can be mindful of here. Very often in play. And so I suppose if we were to come back and test these levels here where there were a bunch of tops and bottoms put in, yeah, so very similar play. If we were able to get hourly oversold conditions into this previous area that provided both support and resistance, a bad play maybe, but that being said, the ideal situation would be just to hold a hourly higher low and change the trend by holding 91.83 and breaking 92.82. So channel watch, essentially entering this zone in the channel, hourly RSI, all the good things. That's it. Have a good night.